Hi, I'm Paulette, and today we're going to do a hip opening practice. It's short, so you won't need a whole lot of time, but I would suggest a blanket or maybe a towel to lay across your mat if you have delicate knees. So let's go ahead and get started, making your way onto hands and knees. I'm going to use a blanket. And let's just rotate the hips a few times, just getting into the hips and the joints and the spine and the lower back. And you can take it, the slower the better. And let's reverse it. And slowly coming back to a neutral spine. We're going to bring the right knee up to hip height, so fire hydrant with the right knee, and then we'll just start to rotate the hip. Just like oiling the joints, rolling the ball in the socket, and then reverse it. See if you can make big circles with the knee. And then slowly releasing that right knee down alongside the left. Let's take the left knee up about hip height and start to circle. Hi, Lolly. And reverse it. Let's slowly lower that knee down. And let's extend the left arm and the right leg. So nice deep breath. And then exhale, bend the knee, draw the elbow towards the knee. And inhale, extend out. And exhale, bend. So this, if you're not feeling this on your wrists, you can go ahead and bring your palm into a fist and do it on your fist. Sometimes that feels better for my wrist too. And let's inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. One more time. Reach and exhale. And release. Let's extend the right arm, left leg. Deep breath in. Extend and exhale, draw the knee to the elbow, elbow to knee. And inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. Good, so moving with your breath. Hey, Lolly. Hi, Lolly. Now let's do two more. And one more. And bringing your palms back down, coming back into table. And then let's curl the toes under, pressing back into down dog, not down cat. And let's lift the right leg up. Making our way into pigeon pose, we're going to bend that right knee, bring it to the right wrist. Excuse me. Coming into king pigeon. And then if you'd like, you can stay up on your palms or you can bend the elbows. Come down onto your forearms just for a slightly deeper stretch in that right hip. And then using your breath to soften into that hip. Let's take another deep breath in. And exhale, coming back onto your palms, curling the back toes under. Let's press that right leg up and back. And three-legged dog, and then releasing the right foot down alongside the left. Extending the left leg up. And exhale, bending the left knee, bringing it to the left wrist. And I like to have a pretty sharp angle with that leg. Sometimes people like to have their lower leg parallel to the top of the mat. That just doesn't feel good for my hips, so I like to have a little bit more of a bend in the knee here. But if you have that flexibility in your hips, please go for it if it feels okay to your body. And then coming down onto your forearms. So last year I had my hip replaced, so I'm not going to be doing that. My left hip. And so coming into your version of pigeon here, and let's take some deep breaths into the left hip this time. One more deep breath. And exhale, walking the palms back towards the body. Let's curl the back toes under. Press that left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. And release. And bend the knees and coming down onto your heels. And so moving into frog pose, we're going to do half frog. And so bringing, if you have your blanket, you can bring it to the right. And just laying down on your belly, you can rest on your forearms like Sphinx. And then finding that blanket underneath your knee. So the knee is level with the hip, and the lower leg can be parallel to the body or even stepping the foot out a little bit away from the body. And so if you're like me, your inner hip is not on the floor. And we can encourage that hip down with the breath and just with the gravity. And so staying up on your forearms, or you can take the elbows out to the edges of your mat, stacking palm on palm and resting on your forehead. And then softening the belly onto the floor, relaxing your lower back. And taking deep, nourishing breaths into your right hip and glute. And one more deep breath. And exhale, let's bring the palms back to chest level and lifting up and drawing that right knee in towards the left. And again, if you're using your blanket, you can switch it over to the left side. Coming back onto your belly at elbows, and then bringing your left knee onto the blanket. Again, the knee is level with the hip, and the lower leg can either be parallel to the body or out. The foot can be out even further away. And then staying up on your forearms or coming down onto the backs of your palms. And just breathing into your lower back, your left hip socket, left glutes. And one more deep breath. And exhale, bringing the palms back to chest level. Lifting back up, bringing that left knee in. Stepping the palms about a foot, foot and a half away from the body. And then sitting back towards your heels in puppy pose. So chest is moving towards the floor, chin and forehead. And then inhale, let's come up. Walk the palms in, let's sit back on the heels and make our way onto your sits bones. And we're going to roll down onto our back so you can hold your knees as you come down. So coming down onto your back, let's bend the right knee and bring it over on top of the left knee. So right on left, and then bringing the knees all over to the right, head turns to the left. Stretching out the front of that left hip and thigh. Every video, it's like the La La show. Much more than me. She's the star. Definitely. Inhale, come back to center. Let's uncross the legs. Let's take the left over the right and twisting the knees over towards the left. Head turns to the right. Yoga with animals. Always better. And then inhale, coming back to center, uncrossing the legs. Let's take the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Bring the forehead to your knees. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Bring the arms up and over the head. And let's roll over to the right. Making sure you don't knock into any animals. Coming back onto your seat. And let's just close the practice. So let's take a deep breath in, circling the arms up and over the head. And exhale down in front of the heart in love and gratitude. Namaste.